That's all they will do, just once. They will go on this killer roller coaster that will turn 360 degrees many times. They will go on it just to prove to the world that they can face their fears. But they'll just do it once. And that's it, enough. I've proven to the world I've done it already. So this is what a counterphobic 6 would do. Okay, so that they are able to face their fear. So I would like to share an example of a very unhealthy 6 that all of us know about in this world. Okay, Adolf Hitler. He is a 6. So he has all of these assumptions in his head, and the first thing he wants to do is to eliminate all of these assumptions. So this is what he said. If you tell a big enough lie and tell it frequently enough, it will be believed. Another example of an unhealthy 6, Saddam Hussein. Okay, when he gained his power, one of the first person he killed was his own brother-in-law. Why? Because he's afraid that his brother-in-law might turn the whole team against him. So in order for me to put my anxiety to rest, it is better for me to kill him and remove my source of anxiety. A lot of the cult leaders, they are also 6s. Or the suicide bombers like Osama, he's also a 6. So they are able to have all of these assumptions, and they'll go to all the villages, remote villages, and convert all of these villages to follow their cause. Why? Because they have already projected their assumptions onto this group of people. So 6s are very good people, rally group of people. They can rally people to follow their cause. Alright? Now, if I introduce an unhealthy 6, I want you all to know a healthy 6 as well. Okay, a healthy 6 is Richard Branson. He's a counterphobic 6. So this is what he says. Obviously, from our own personal point of view, the principal challenge is a personal challenge. So this is a counterphobic 6 talking. So he wants to confront his fears. This is why all the marketing campaigns of Richard Branson very controversial. Okay? Alright, so this is a 6. Right? Okay, what about the 7? Type 7. Type 7s, they are known as the enthusiasts. So they are very fun-loving, they are very spontaneous. They are excellent with brainstorming. They are very creative people because they've got ideas after ideas after ideas. So when you have a 7 in your team, excellent when you want them to contribute ideas in a brainstorm session. They are excellent because they've got a variety of ideas in their head. And they are very fun people. So they are like the party, they are the life of a party. So if you have a 7 in your team, the whole energy in the team is going to be very, very fun. Because 7s is all about fun. So they love all the things that are fun. So they make everything in the team very exciting, very fun, very spontaneous. Okay, so this is a 7. Now, what happens when a 7 goes average or on the low side? Because a 7 wants variety in their life. They want variety, they want fun, and they want excitement in their life. So what happens is they will begin to have a lot of different projects at one time. So when you ask a 7, hey, do you want to try this project? Or you want to try this new campaign or new project? A 7 will say yes to you because it is going to be different, fun, and exciting. So a 7 will go on starting projects after projects after projects after projects. They get very distracted. So if you have a type 7 in your team, they may get sidetracked because it is very easy for an unresourceful 7 to lose focus on what's important to them. So what they will do is, they get very excited with this new business. Oh yeah, this is great, this is the best business, this is the best miracle seeds. And then after 3 months, they may get distracted, they may lose focus. So how to help a type 7 to stay focused? Get them to stay focused as to how this is going to be fun and exciting. So always feed them with what is fun and exciting about this business. Because they crave for something exciting, something fun. So when a type 7 has gone unresourceful, this is when they begin to have difficulty with commitment. A type 7 has difficulty with committing to something, even in a relationship. So you see type 7s having relationships after relationships after relationships, and they have difficulty with commitment. They have difficulty with committing to see something all the way till completion. So they are very good starter, but very bad finisher. Okay? So they can lose their focus, they can have issue with commitment, or they get distracted. But you want them in your team because they make the whole team so fun to be in. Okay? They are also very excellent in building relationship. You just love them because when you have a 7 in your team, they make everything so fun. So it's very fun to have a 7 in a team. So an example of a 7, Jackie Chan. That's why his movie is very funny. Okay, he says, I'm crazy, but I'm not too crazy. So Jackie Chan is a very healthy and fun 7. Okay, what about the 8? We all know of an 8 in this room. At the end of this, you understand who this 8 is. Okay, 8, they are known as the challenger. Challenger because they are very powerful, they are very confident, they are very decisive, and 8 have got, just imagine, do you know stadium, in a big stadium, just imagine those massive spotlights. And once they turn on the spotlight, the entire stadium is lighted up, including the sky. So just imagine a type 8 is something like that. They have got massive amount of energy. So when you ask a type 8 to do a project, to go into a business, a type 8 is not interested in doing something with a tiny scale. If they want to do something, it is always something with the biggest impact. They've got massive amount of energy, massive vision, and they also take massive amount of actions. So they've got so much energy in them. They are just bursting with power. So this is a type 8. Now what happens when a type 8 goes unresourceful? Massive amount of energy, right? Massive amount of action, right? What happens when they go unresourceful? They can become very intimidating because they've got so much to accomplish, so much to achieve, and they've got this massive energy, and they want to connect with massive actions. So when the rest of the people are not running fast enough, what happens? They turn around and they roar at them. So they can become very intimidating in the way they communicate. And they don't. Now, a type 8 is very frank. They speak their mind. They will call a spade a spade. So when they want to tell you something, they will think that let's cut to the chase. I want to tell you exactly what I think, so that we can cut to the chase and get into action right away, because there's no time to waste. So to a type 8, it is always about the bottom line and what we can do and accomplish to achieve a very massive, mega impact. So this is what a type 8 thinks. So this is the reason why when a type 8 goes unresourceful, they want to achieve their massive vision so much. So what happens? The way they communicate and the way they deliver their message can become overwhelming to people, can become intimidating to people. And they can become very quick to anger. Because if somebody has got massive energy and they are not able to convert that into massive actions fast enough, because team members are not fast enough, they can channel this massive energy and it can become, eruption, massive anger. So how do you help a type 8? How do you help a type 8? When you have a type 8 in your team, you must understand, a type 8 has got so much amount of energy. They are always very powerful in the way they lead. They are natural leaders. You want a type 8 in your team because they rise to leadership very easily. It is in their second nature. They are natural leaders. So when you have a type 8 in your team, they will stand up, they will take charge, they will take lead without you even asking them. This is in their nature, to always take charge and to lead. And they have such massive, mega vision. When you have an 8 to lead the team, everybody knows exactly where the direction is because they are so powerful. Okay? Now, type 8, although they are very massive and very powerful on the outside, type 8s have a very soft heart. So type 8, how to recognize them? They have very protective instinct of the people in their team. they want to protect somebody who is weaker or somebody who is less privileged. So type 8s are people with a heart of gold. So type 8s, they are very, powerful, they are like a challenger, but yet at the same time, they will always make sure that the weaker ones or the not as strong ones in the team are always protected. They have a very natural, strong, protective instinct. So this is what a type 8 would do. Alright? So, example of a type 8. Donald Trump. So, this is what Donald Trump says. Very 8. As long as you are going to think, as long as you are going to be thinking anyway, think big. So we have this example. Jet and I, we do Enneagram workshops for 14-year-olds. So 14-year-olds, how do we help them to learn about different personality? We have to make it fun and exciting for them. So after we have already known their individual personality type, we group all the same types together, and then we give them a big piece of mahjong paper for them to design their ideal bathrooms. Now, this is what I want you all to understand. An 8 think on a very massive scale, very different from some of us. So this is what the 14-year-olds type 8s design for their ideal bathrooms. Their ideal bathrooms is the jungle. A jungle. So they want the ideal bathrooms to be set in the jungle. So this whole big piece of mahjong paper, it is all filled with the scenes of a jungle. So their toilet bowl is a huge watermelon. And the flush is a huge waterfall. And this thing to pull the flush is the tail of a monkey. So it's very interesting to see how these 14-year-olds actually display the characteristics of an 8. And it's very, very distinct. So they just want something to be very massive. So it's fantastic to have an 8 in your team, because this 8 would want to have this mega vision. And can you imagine having an 8 as your leader? Excellent. Okay, alright. So, next one. A 9. An Enneagram type 9. 9s are known as the peacemaker. They are very easygoing. They avoid conflict. Very agreeable, approachable, very serene, very harmonious. So they keep the harmony within the team. They keep the peace within the team. So just imagine, if a type 8 is this spotlight lighting up the whole stadium, a type 9 would be like an energy-saving bulb. So all they want to do is to conserve energy. So what happens when a type 9 has gone unresourceful? Now, type 9s, they don't like to express their opinion because they want to conserve energy. So if you ask a type 9, hey, where do you think we should go for lunch? A type 9 would say, anywhere you want to go, I'm fine with it. And if you ask the type 9, hey, would you want to go to New Zealand for a holiday? And the type 9 would say, anything, whatever you wish to do. So a type 9 would always be very easygoing, and they go along with the majority. So when they don't express their opinions, does it mean type 9s have got no opinions? They have. So what? Yeah. So what happens? What happens when a type 9? When a type 9, people don't ask them for their opinions, and you want a type 9 to just do this and this and this. Now, a type 9 will not say no to you because they are not comfortable. They have difficulty with saying no. But when they don't say no, it doesn't mean that they have said yes. So this is when a type 9 has gone unhealthy or unresourceful. They become passive aggressive. So they will nod their head in front of you when you ask them to do something, but then when they turn their back, they will ignore and not do a thing.